And welcome everyone, Lionheart here, and today I have an interview for you with Ian McNeil of Slytherin, the development director, and he's going to talk to me about the PBEM++ multiplayer system that the Slytherin group and their various developers use in some of their games for a multiplayer system. I should just say the microphone unfortunately didn't record as clear as I would have liked and picked up a lot of background noise, so I have added in a transcript of the entire interview. So either way, please do enjoy and please do check out the other footage from Home of Wargamers. A link in the description to the main video where you can jump off into lots of the other presentations. Please do enjoy. So I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about the multiplayer system that you have for a lot of your games and that a lot of your developers are also kind of using to share multiplayer via email. Is it?
Well, we call it Play by Email++ because traditionally a lot of these turn-based strategy games were played in a way where players would play a turn on their machine. They would then save the game to a file, local file. They would then write an email to their friend, attach the saved game to that, and it was called PBEM, Play by Email. And so they would send the save game to their opponent. They would then copy it from the email into the game save game folder and load it up into the game. And so that was a traditional way of playing play by email. And when we developed our multiplayer system, it was an extension of that. So there's no email actually involved really. What happens is players log into our server and everything's hosted on the server, so it's really an asynchronous multiplayer system. What happens is players will create a challenge and it gets listed on the challenge list. Other players anywhere around the world at any time can accept that challenge. The issuing player doesn't need to be online. So you never have to be online at the same time as your opponent. You never have to organise meetings or anything like that. So it's very simple to get a game started. And once it's started,
but he has a +3.
Just logging into the game. So you run the game, you go to the multiplayer menu, and from there it'll list all the games where you're involved. And you just say, I want to play, I've got a game against Bob, turn 3, I'm going to play that one.
Yeah.
The game's on the server, it downloads the game to your local client, you take your actions, make your decisions, end your turn, and then the file gets returned to the server. The only email that's actually involved is an email that's generated by the server to your opponent to say, it's your turn. So there's no actual, it's kind of simplifying it. It's an extension, play by email, we call it Play by Email++. It's kind of the next step.
So it's almost kind of an integration between the email notification and almost like a kind of cloud-based.
It is. It's entirely cloud-based, and you can actually continue the games from anywhere. So I can play a turn at home, or even do half a turn at home. Say, right, I haven't got time to finish it. Say, save to server. It passes the game to the server. Then from work or a friend's house or wherever, I can continue that game. And just the server will deliver it to me. I don't take anything with me, and that also works cross-platform. So I can start at home, I could play half a turn on the PC, I could travel into work with my iPad, play another part of the turn there, and work maybe on a Mac. I could finish the turn off and then submit it to my opponent. So it's kind of a really cross-platform multiplayer system.
Yeah, I remember you saying earlier in the Battle Academy presentation, you know, how you can be playing on your PC in the morning, jump on the train while you're commuting to work or something like that, and you can continue playing your game.
Exactly.
So I think it's a fantastic system. I don't think there's really anything that kind of works as well as that at the moment. I know this because it's difficult to find so many games that are cross-platform.
Yeah, it's quite unusual because usually if people do an iPad game, they tend to use Game Center, and then once they've done that, they're locked into Game Center, and you can't use it on any other platform.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the reasons. Well, we initially developed it on PC, and then it was natural to extend it out to Mac, to iPad, to Android. So it works on all the platforms really.
Yeah, so it's quite ahead of the game there with that. I mean, because
maybe.
I mean, Steam at the moment is kind of limited that it deals within the PC client of it.
and that they haven't expanded out into iPad and things like that.
All of these systems like Steam and Game Center, they're trying to build their community, their ecosystem. So there's no incentive for Steam to allow you to play an iPad game versus a PC game. There's nothing in it for them.
Yeah.
So for us, it's very much about we wanted to be independent. We didn't want to be linked to Game Center, to Steam, to any other platform. It's one of the reasons why we have our own store as well. So although we sell games via Steam, we sell via the App Store, our core kind of customer base and our core revenue still comes directly from direct sales via our digital download system on our site.
So even your titles that are on Steam, none of them controlled by, say, Steam's DRM, or is it?
Well, Steam has its own DRM.
Yeah.
So when we sell games direct via our site, we use a serial number system. So we don't actually have a DRM. We let users install as often as they want on as many PCs as they want, and so we trust the user to be responsible for that, and we just give them a download and a serial number. When we go into Steam, we have to remove our DRM and use Steam DRM. So if you buy from Steam, and the Steam version will have a Steam DRM, but that's just part of the way the system works. So if you don't want to use that, then the option is always just to buy. You can buy direct from us if you don't like Steam's DRM.
Yeah. So within that, Steam versions of games that have your server support for cross-platform, that all works seamlessly.
Yeah, I mean, for Battle Academy, Banzercore, the games we've released on Steam, we have there's a version for Steam, which is different to the version we sell from our site on PC. Then you've got the Mac version, you've got the iPad version, and all of these work seamlessly together. You can use them all. So the Steam version works through our multiplayer service.
Fantastic. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to ask you on that.
Okay,
thanks very much.
No problem, thank you.